Hi, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 21st, 2024 full moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. It gets this channel seen by more people, which gets the message of spirit out to more people. So, thank you so very much for doing so. These cards are so slippery. Everything is just jumping out saying, Aries, Aries, look at me. So, I love that for you. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. Okay. So we are crowned here, Aries, with the Eight of Cups. So during this full moon is in Capricorn. Okay. And I'm going to be going over the astrology leading up to this full moon. And, I know my mom always says, like, just stick to the cards and, don't spend time on the astrology. She's like, always get back to the meat and potatoes of it. But I think it's so helpful in looking at this moon because we're walking away here, Aries, from something we once thought we would love. We once thought like it really fit, right? And here we're going to find that it doesn't fit us anymore. And we're having to choose ourselves, which comes with this awakening that we have at the beginning of the month. So Neptune went retrograde on the 2nd of July, right? And it will be retrograde till the 7th of December. And it's really shattered illusions and delusions. So we could be thinking, oh, it's going to change. Oh, it's going to get better. Oh, this is going to be where I need to be, or this is where I need to be. And it's like, no, now I'm starting to choose me. Now I'm seeing me in the direction that I need to move forward in. And also on the 2nd of July, we had Mercury went into Leo, which brings us more confidence in our words and our actions, like the way that we move forward. So that is a spectacular thing. Excuse me, I'm going to cough. It moves us then to the 10 of Swords. And the 10 of Swords is a dying away of the old self, the rebirth of the new. And what we're going to see with this full moon in Capricorn is that we are really transforming during this time. We're looking at things in a very different way, and we're starting to see things that once laid us bare, right? Things that we once thought would ruin us or stop us or was so hurtful, it made us like curl in on ourselves. Now we're taking the swords out of our back and saying, I have a fortune here. I have power here. I have distinction here. I am moving forward in this power, in myself. And it brings us then to the magician. We are standing before the altar of our existence saying, I deserve to be here. And that can take people lifetimes to be able to see. So as we stand before the altar of our existence, we're saying, I deserve to be here. I am moving forward in this power. I am seeing me, but I also see my magic. And it brings us then to the King of Wands. No, not the King, to the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is us. We feel battered, we feel bruised, we've been through a lot, but we're still here, right? And we're still standing. And nobody's going to kind of kick us out of this game at all. It brings us then to the world. The world is opening up to us in a way that we hadn't expected it to. We're also seeing ourselves entering the world more, stepping into more of what we want and how we want to move forward and where it is that we want to be and saying, I can do this and I can do that and I'm not stuck. And it brings us then to the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Are we going to be patient during this moon? No, we're not. We are going to want things to move forward. We're going to want things to change and grow almost instantaneously. So we do have to work on our patience because Saturn rules Capricorn. Saturn is about patience. It really is. It's about patience. It's about doing things right. It's about slow and steady and moving things forward. Now during this time, okay, we are going to see that Pallas, all right, which is the third largest asteroid in our solar system, has come out of direct and come out of retrograde and gone direct. There we go, in Scorpio. And Pallas is all about influencing our inner wisdom and our creative light. So we're going to see ourselves with that enhanced by being direct in Scorpio. That is us moving forward more in our determination, our focus, our insight, where it is that we need to be, how it is that we need to move forward. We're like, oh, I get this. We have this creative spark back in us. And then it brings us to the fact that Venus has entered into Leo on the 11th of July. And this makes us a little bit more discerning. We're a little bit more discerning with who we love and how we show our affection. And we're not going to be so quick jump into things, right? Cats are very discerning, and they also know when to get up and walk away. So that's going to be a big part of us during this time. We are also going to see here that on the 20th of July, which is right before this full moon, Mars enters into Gemini. So our words can be weapons, right? But we also know how to use our words to stand up for ourselves. And this is all culminating in this full moon in Capricorn, which is the coming together of the intentions that we set for ourselves 6 months ago. So at the very beginning of the year, kind of with our New Year's resolutions, come the new moon in Capricorn. And now we're saying to ourselves, how do I move forward in the power of me? How do I move forward in embracing my voice and what I desire and where I want to be? What were the intentions that I set out for myself? And this full moon in Capricorn shows us that we're claiming our place. And we might not be exactly where we thought we would be, or it might not have manifested the way that we hoped it would. But if we look at the meat and potatoes, the heart of what we desired, it's coming forward during this time. And that is absolutely brilliant. Now let's see what Spirit has to say. And if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a sun in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced at random. So do keep your eyes open for that and hit the bell notification, because those videos announcing the winner will only come up on this channel. So we have the magpie reversed. And it says here, reevaluate your priorities. It is time to let go of what is no longer needed. And with that being reversed, we can be holding on to some things that are rather toxic for us, some things that aren't helping us move forward the way that we want to. It then brings us to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is the solar plexus chakra, and it's about self-mastery. So we do have a blockage in our solar plexus chakra, and we're trying to see, how do I move forward in mastery of myself, Aries? How do I move forward embracing my power, listening to my gut, listening to my angels, listening to my spirit guides? It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. And this is the Princess of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. This is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Now, we can't have somebody who's very immature with money, or we ourselves can be a bit immature with money. So just be mindful about this during this time, especially since we have the Seven of Pentacles reversed during this moon. It can be like, ooh, something really catches our eye. We have to force ourselves to save instead of spend type of thing. So just be aware of that. Or somebody's like, well, if you actually had the money, or if you were actually successful, you'd be able to do XYZ. And it's like, no. You're not goading me into doing anything. I'm going to decide for myself. Thank you very much. So with the Princess of Pentacles comes that energy. And also it can be somebody who, is just reckless with their spending, or with what you value as much as money, and you're looking at them and you're like, whoa, wait a minute, you have to look at this differently. So do be aware of this during this time. Again, we're walking away from something with the Eight of Cups. We're reevaluating something. We're seeing ourselves and we're saying, I'm going to move forward for the power of me. Because this full moon in Capricorn, it can really set us forward on fantastic business endeavors. It can set us forward looking at things rather strategically and being able to conquer what we hadn't been able to conquer in years. But because we have, the planetary changes, and because we have this power within ourselves, it's like, no, I choose me and I choose to walk forward in love. With the Ten of Swords, there is this energy here of I'm being reborn. And it has been a long, hard 10 years for a lot of us. It has been a long, hard time that we have doubted ourselves, count of 10, right? 10 days, 10 weeks, 10 months, 10 years. I see it as 10 years for a lot of us. It can be on the 10th month. Something happened and it really struck home with us. So we're looking at things very differently. We're starting to change. We're starting to really embrace an evolution of ourselves. And then we start to embrace our power. We start to see our power. We start to say, I can do this, right? I can move forward in a way I never imagined that I could, because look at all the talent that I have. We are battered. We are bruised. We are overwhelmed. We can feel it in our shoulders. We can feel it in our achy joints and bones. And it's been one tough battle, but we are healing and we are moving forward. And we still stand tall. We also have to be aware not to let other people's opinions of everything and statements of everything weigh us down, pull us down, and keep us from moving forward the way that we want to. With the world, our world is changing. Our world is changing. We are stepping into our world, but we are also starting to redefine our world. We don't want to be patient. We want to move forward with this, speed and tenacity that nobody can touch. But we are going to have to slow down. So let's see here. We are going to have to be patient. It's going to be important, Aries. Let's see here what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Oop, let's do it this way. No, let's do it this way. So it'll just be easier. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Oops, I forgot the crown. Right there. And then angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Okay. So what we are crowned here with is resilience reversed. We aren't seeing ourselves as the resilient people that we are, as we're starting to choose the way to move forward in our strength, which, I mean, this is a tiger here. It's not like a little tiny pussycat like that. It's like, oh, so cute. This is fierce and strong. So when we decide to walk away from something, it's with fierceness, it's with strength. And we're kind of believing that a new romantic cycle won't begin. We won't be able to really embrace the way that we want to move forward in our life. And Spirit is saying that's not true. We are a heck of a lot more resilient than we think we are, but we're going to feel a little bit vulnerable, a little bit, I want to say weak. That's not necessarily the right word to use, but it's the best way I can convey what Spirit is showing, because it's showing like feeling vulnerable, feeling intense, feeling like, oh, well, I just don't do anything right, or I can't do it like they're doing it, so obviously I'm wrong. And Spirit's like, that's not the case at all. Stop doing the comparison, trap, and start embracing your power, your soul, yourself. And as you do so, the answers you need are coming. And that's going to be really important here. It's also going to come in a very blunt way as Mercury enters into Leo, as Mercury has entered into Leo. We are going to see that our voice is gaining power, and the answers that we're getting are really embodying our strength, our power, our destination. And with this moon in Capricorn, we are seeing our power move us forward. So the answers you need are coming as we are reborn, as we see ourselves looking at things and saying, but I can do this. And Capricorn is so stinking practical, that it's like, but I can do this. I do know this. I do have this. And it's like with this utter belief and sincerity in ourselves, it moves us then. Everything getting messed up. Okay. It moves us then to having a bit of difficulty looking at the bigger picture. Okay. We can get a little bit myopic during this moon, and that makes sense. Again, Capricorn energy, hyper focus, hyper diligent. But here we are resilient. We are resilient to being crushed. We are resilient to holding back. And that's also what's helping us claim the power and claim the authority of ourselves to stand before the altar of our existence and say, this is me. This is where I need to be. This is where I want to be. This is what I desire for myself. Now, we do have the new moon and the full moon in Libra reverse. So we do have some sort of blockage around Libra energy. Just keep that in the back of your mind. If you have Libra energy in your chart, if you have Libra energy in your life, that energy throws you off balance. So just be aware of that. A win-win outcome is forecast. Do we feel like a win-win outcome is going to come about? No, we don't. We question it. We question ourselves. We question how we can possibly move forward. But then we start to come to the realization that I am the key. I need to move forward within me. The hardest thing is to start. And the hardest thing also, besides starting, is still believing in ourselves when the punches come, when the intensity comes, when things get hard and overwhelming. And that's the Nine of Wands. It's like, no, but I still stand strong. I still stand here. And we have to remember that for ourselves. We have to remind ourselves. Now, adjustments are required. With the world opening up, it's almost like we don't want to calibrate ourselves too much, because then we'll push away the blessings. But adjustments are required, and we do need to take action. But we are going to be slow to take action. We're going to be slow to see us. So just being aware of that, just being aware that there's a dichotomy here, and that we can be thinking, oh, but this is the right way. We can be a bit stubborn, which we will be during this time. So just being aware of that is going to be important. But we need to take action. We need to move forward. We need to look at ourselves and say, oh yeah, I've got this. I can do this, because the world is opening, but we're going to have a bit of difficulty. We do have fear coming in, and that's going to be one of the reasons why we have a hard time being patient with ourselves. So the fear comes in and it says, show the world the real you. And we're like, no, no, thank you. I'm going to show the world the me that they want to see. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but we need to show us the real us. Okay? So show the world the real you. Step forward and at the core, be truly and honorably who it is that you are. Move forward with love, move forward with kindness, but move forward in power and respect of you. Show the world the real you, and you will see that the fear, though it comes up high, right, during this time, like, how can I possibly do that? I want to stop that. We start to move out of fear and we start to move into ourselves. We start to move into our passion. We start to move into where it is that we want to be for us. And that is going to be, and that is just a very, very brilliant thing that changes the game for us. And we start to see ourselves very differently, even though we're not going to want to be patient with us. We are going to start to say, I have to show up for me. And I have to let myself out of the cage, right? I have to let myself out of this place of fear and of doubt. I need to show the world the real me. And it's not not having filter. Some people don't have filters and they just tell people and show people everything. And it's like, it was too much. Is being open and honest with yourself. And as you're open and honest with yourself, that energy of being true to you radiates forward. So when spirit says, show the world the real you, it's like, be true and authentic to you behind closed doors. And then when the doors are open, that energy radiates forward. You don't have to share everything with everybody. Our world shares a little bit too much right now. So just being aware of that is going to be super, super important. It moves us to our subconscious spirit message, which begins with the white swan. It says, the power of divine grace is within you. And I love that for you here, Aries, that you're moving forward with divine grace and you're moving forward with a sense of honor and beauty of self. It moves us then to our subconscious chakra message, which is creativity. This is the sacral chakra, and it's embracing our creativity. It's embracing our sensuality. There's no blockage there. So it's letting that energy really flow forward. And it's knowing that this moon is a very creative and very empowering time for us. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. And this is the Three of Wands. So when we're told to be mindful of the Three of Wands, opportunities are going to come our way. Doors are going to open up. We have to make sure that they're the right ones for us. And just because it looks good doesn't mean that it's actually going to be good for us. It moves us then to our subconscious tarot message, which is the Three of Wands, which is very interesting that subconsciously the Three of Wands comes forward and we're told to be mindful of the Three of Wands. So we're going to see new business endeavors. We're going to see new ways to move forward in our prosperity and in our success, but we're also going to be a little bit reserved, okay? A little bit pulled back, but there's something here that's going to open to us that won't serve us, okay? Somebody else wants us to do it for them because it would make life easier for them. It actually will not make life easier for us. So being aware of that is going to be super important. And then we have the subconscious moon message, which is bring love into the situation and wisdom. So by bringing love into the situation, we embrace the wisdom of our hearts, of the ages, of ourselves, and we find ourselves moving forward in a way that we hadn't imagined we could. And it also starts to say, but this is me. And it's interesting because this is the full moon in Aquarius that's reverse, that says, show the world the real you. But subconsciously, we have the new moon in Aquarius in the upright position, which says, bring love into the situation. Bring love, bring your passion, bring your heart forward. All right. All right, Aries. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take it. Oh, and please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aries. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.